Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. What is that? Is that Street Fighter? Calm down, birds. How is everyone? Hi, Victoria. I do worry with the birds because it's like a 1 minute loop. We had them on a bit longer than a minute. Had them on like I don't know how long it was last time. It was like 40 minutes or something. But at least I don't get copyright struck for it anymore. So um, have you been, Victoria? It's been a week for me just because my ma came down and we had a busy midweek hurling stuff to the tip. Had a lot of old stuff in the shed from previous owners. Stuff of dubious origin, strange chemicals for gardens and things. Tile adhesives, kind of things you just leave in a shed. How are the tulips? Good question, actually. Good question. I think they're coming up. They're coming up. They're doing good. They're expressive. Strange chemicals, very sus. There was one that was particularly sus. It smelled like paint, but it was very thin, milky, and the label had worn away. We weren't sure what to do with it. But turns out the tip just has like a, little chemicals section. So I don't know what they're going to do with it. But yeah, it's nice to clear everything out, and hopefully we're going to take out all the old rotting wood and stuff and start from scratch. Maybe even get a little flower. We're hoping underneath the shed is actually a bit of soil we can use, which would be great. I don't know what the quality of the soil's like, but we can work with it because at the moment it's all concreted over. But we think there might be a bit of a soilage, a bit of earthage. So we'll find out. I repotted my citrus, and I'm anxious it's gonna die because that's how my old IKEA citrus died. But it's done now, so I'm just gonna have to pray. Hope everything turns out great. Maybe I'll take some photos. I think we used to have. Maybe look at the gardening. Gardening channel in the Discord needs a bit of love, but maybe I'll post in there. Yeah, and I bought some chilies last year, which I never got around to planting. I mentioned this, I think, in the last stream. And I just bunged them in some compost, and then I read on Reddit that apparently seedlings don't like compost, so then I couldn't find them. So I'm digging around for these tiny seeds, and I couldn't find them, so we'll just see. If they decide the soil is too nutrient rich for them and they would rather not exist, then that's up to them. Wow, is that it? Pinterest is over? I thought it would just keep going. In fact, I'm not too sure what to search. Maybe what do we do? Greenhouse. Garden shed. I want it to be just aesthetic enough. Like not... I'm guessing if I search garden ideas, it'll all be very aesthetic. I don't really want a shed. I want... Let's do garden. If I do vintage garden, maybe? Oh, I haven't sent out my tweets. Yeah, see, these are a little bit... Ooh, I could do a chair. Like a shabby chic chair. I was gonna do a on a bike. We've got a store. Rusty lantern. Ooh, a pump. I like a pump. I like a pump. Hmm. Never thought about doing a pump. See if one other thing. I was always going to do a ladder step planter thing, and I never did that. There's a bunch of stuff I keep meaning to do. Statues, basil. That looks like AI. I think a lot of Pinterest is AI these days. Am I crazy? Maybe it's not. Might not be. It's funny how quickly we become attuned to these things. That's funny. Just like a door frame. Definitely lean and pump. Oh, there it is again. It's filled with AI. I don't really use it. I do actually. I found a cool website. Oh, it's called Same Energy. It uses AI. What do? You just sort of search yeah, vintage garden. Is this AI? It could be. It gives you the source as well. Oh no, I think it's legit. But then yeah, and then you can click stuff like this maybe, and then it will kind of. I think it takes what the AI training model has been trained on, and then connects them. Um, so it could have AI in it. I don't know. I hadn't thought to use this. But then I think what it's doing is it's giving similar images as opposed to kind of connecting ideas, which I suppose is what Pinterest is meant to be good at. I'm leaning pump. I'm leaning pump. I just want one more thing. If I could, one more thing. So many teapots. I think we've already got a teapot. I do need to do a gate, but that's maybe another time because I might need to figure out a way to make that work. Pumps, bikes, teapots. Could do a picture, as in a PITH P PITCH. I think Pinterest might have been better. Do you think I'll just keep getting pumps, or do you think I'll get things as good as pumps? Got a water wheel kind of thing there. Lights. I haven't done a wheel. Alright, we're going pump. We're going pump. I want it to be a freestanding pump. Oh, some of them have. Why is that just an aesthetic thing that they have the wheel there? Or is that surely it's not functioning, right? The function is the pulley thing. I'm guessing. So I think it might just be aesthetic. Come back. Come back. Okay. Yeah. Freestanding pump. I think it's just aesthetic. Maybe it's all AI. I don't know. Maybe they've all seen that there's rusty wheels See that? Okay, I want to do. I want to do it on a brick. We're going to do a brick. It's going to be on a brick thing. Some of them are wood, which I don't quite. I'm not too sure how that would work. I guess it's just an encasing. But we're going to do a brick. Whatever you call it. Oh, it just keeps going white. And then we'll put on something like this. Did I get my brick? I can remember. I know how to draw a brick. Okay. Or a few bricks. Let's dive in. Let's get to making art. Let's get some music going. Actually, I was looking at the workbench. I'll just try something quick with the workbench. I know I named the stream. Did I name it Workbench Finished or something? Maybe that's just what I tweeted. But I was thinking I might change it a little bit. Bye bye birds. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I feel like okay, I was talking about this at the time, but I'm just gonna try it really quick. Don't even need to be too precious about it, but just making the front the highlight just occurred to me. But it might not look any good. If I just commit to it and then figure it out in a sec. And then no, maybe not. But I feel like something needs to be. I don't really like any of these. Maybe the top. Maybe I just need to. Oh, here we go. Oh, that looks good. Luminosity shine. Well, it doesn't look that good, but maybe not that. But or at least I could put that over the top. I don't know. I just feel like it's lacking a bit of contrast. Like I could just brighten the top a bit. Not sure. Wait, yeah, even that. It's lacking a bit of saturation. Don't know how this blend mode works. Can I add saturation? Yes. Without. Oh no, without. Yeah, I think that's better. It's too saturated now, but something like that maybe. Anyway, pump, pump, pump. Yeah, but I'm trying to save artworky stuff for the stream. I still need to do that that animation of the box unwrapping. But going full steam ahead with features otherwise. I had a bit of a, not a panic, but I suddenly worried that the feature I was basically spent the last few weeks working on wouldn't be fun at all. It doesn't make any, like there was no point. Like why would anybody do it? Was sort of my thinking. Am I pumped? And the pump will be pumped. I'm relaxed. I'm calm. Maybe that's a kind of pumped. Calm. Never know what colour to make bricks, but we'll figure it. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it without revealing, obviously, what the feature is. But like, it suddenly dawned on me, maybe it was just a convoluted way of doing something you could do anyway really easily. But it's not, and I think we figured it out. I think it's going to be fun. I might be able to show you something later if there's interest, but I'm not gonna push it. Historically, when I actually talk about the garden path, interest dips. So, I did an interview. Actually, let me. They said they would email me. Said they would interview me when it comes out. Oh, I've not posted in a long time. What's the podcast called? Godot Unscripted. By, so his name's Daniel. I want his full name if I can. Anyway, but yeah, it was a good. Oh, he asked some really good questions. But yeah, although there's a history of me doing interviews and them saying that they'll let me know when it's out, and then they don't let me know. So that's why I was curious. I feel like I can imagine myself doing that though, because I'd feel kind of I don't know, not embarrassed, but it's like an avoidance thing. Like if I interviewed me, I'm not sure I would want to let. I don't know how to describe it. Like I don't want to have that conversation, even though it's a nice conversation. If that makes any sense. I've been thinking, wondering with the stream, because you know, it's sort of entering a phase where it's just me. But I like talking about stuff. Like if I could make it conversational in some way, make it more conversational. But I don't know what I would talk about or who I would talk to. Because I almost like the idea of just having a Discord voice chat open, but that would require some amount of moderation. I'm guessing most people are chill, but and then I don't know how structured I'd want it to be. Because the trouble is, you don't want to be like, oh, we're going to talk about this, and then you reach out to someone, and then you book something in, and then suddenly it becomes interviewee. Most people are chill until they're not. Yeah, it's a little bit. I just don't know how to accommodate for it. I enjoy watching Carrot Cake every day on YouTube if possible, and if not, from the bushes. Thank you, Helen Rennan, in YouTube chat. I was actually just thinking whether or not I need to cull YouTube because it is just you in YouTube chat. Bless you. And you were telling me the other day you can't. The new time schedule doesn't always allow. I was thinking maybe I need to do like a week where I just stream all day, and just see when people show up, and maybe it would be illuminating. Who knows? Because I do miss the Australians as well. Just so many unknowns. So many known unknowns. Yeah, it's the kind of thing you can't assume. I remember always saying this to the marketing team. Like they'd always be like, "Oh, it's great. We're gonna do an AMA, or we're gonna do a Q&A, and people can ask you questions, Louis." And I'm like, I don't think anyone wants to ask me questions. I think you always kind of assume that people are more interested in what you're doing than they actually are. And I don't know if we've ever done it actually. I mean, well, I think the closest they ever came to it, I think we label this. Does this stream come up as an AMA? It's a bit like those. Did you ever do those as a kid when you were like, what were they called? Like those things you set up like just when you're a teenager and you were like really angsty. I don't know if everyone went through this, but they had those websites where people could anonymously ask you questions. And I feel like 99% of people were like me, where you set it up thinking, oh, finally people are gonna, because people must find me really interesting. They're gonna ask me all these cool questions about my life, and I'm gonna have to answer honestly. I don't know who they're gonna be, but then just nobody goes on your page, nobody asks you any questions, and it's to sort of wake up to most people aren't interested at all in what you're doing or what your thoughts are, or that kind of thing. So yeah, point being, not only is it hard to have people ask you questions, but it's also hard to like convince people to, on the other side, ask them questions. It's just difficult all round. So I don't know. Like if I was like, come on, anyone can come on and talk about whatever you want, then I just think people wouldn't care. And I don't blame them. But does anyone know what I mean by those question websites? Does anyone have a Bebo? It's Bebo. I remember Bebo was like gonna do a big. Bebo was redirects to Popley. Oh yeah. You can't just buy Bebo and just say it's just a card web. That's so strange. Anyway. That's why they're going to reboot Dig as well. I saw somewhere, and it's like, I think there's obviously a trend of you buy the company, you buy the brand recognition, and then you basically just turn it into your startup. Like if I was just to buy Skyrim or something, that's not right. It's got to be something old. Like if I buy Robot Wars, and then I'm like, actually, yeah, Robot Wars is back, new owners, and then I'm like, it's going to be a gardening chat on my stream. That's Robot Wars now. I think people quickly cotton on. There's always something coming out on social media asking anonymous questions, mostly used by pervs. That's the thing. Nobody wants to. Maybe I'm just immune to that. But yeah, I think it's obviously, it's just different depending on who you are. So many social dynamics. Like, I just wanted to be asked what my favourite burger topping was. You know, that would have done me. Just one of those things when you're a kid, you suddenly realise people aren't thinking about you all the time. But yeah, I used to make the Bebo skins for your profile. That was like the first like me getting into, like, I had to learn HTML for that. I was about to ask, what do you want to be asked about? I like that. That's exactly what I mean. Nobody knows. But then it flips, right? There's a point. I'm not saying I am or I want to get to this or anything. I'm not saying it, but there obviously comes a point where, you know, if you're a certain amount of successful, then it's nothing but questions, you know, like paparazzi following you. It just does this flip. Like, I feel like most people spend their whole careers desperately trying to have people ask them questions and be interested in them. Like, it's like when celebrities will always sort of appear in the news, getting asked questions and stuff for a promotional thing. Like recently Stephen Graham for adolescents. And all the newspapers have to sort of suddenly pretend we're all really interested in Stephen Graham and his life, and which I'm sure he's a nice chap and everything. But like, if someone was like in the streets, what do you want to ask Stephen Graham? I wouldn't know. But if someone was like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a celebrity big enough, like Taylor Swift or something. What do you want to ask Taylor Swift? There's probably something I would. Everyone's probably got a question for. Maybe not everyone. Or like a politician or something. I think that makes sense. Pump. Maybe I am pumped. Can I just... I don't want to do either of these things. I just want to copy it. Can I do snipping tool? Bosh. Did that work? Look at that. Look at that. Actually, did I? I want it as a reference. Oh, you guys, even if it did work, you didn't see it. Okay. There. I bet it's a bit like going to a job interview and they ask you if you've got any questions for them. It's a sort of feign interest. Pump. I think I can symmetry this. We finished Adolescence recently. It's good. I was too harsh on it. The first two episodes don't reflect the last two episodes, and I think if you're happy that it's a heavy subject, then it's a good TV show. Questions are nice to keep a conversation going. What's really interesting is what people just randomly say out of nowhere. What's like an example of that? I'm not too sure what you mean. I mean, I would like, I think it would be really cool if I was just here and then there was some bug person that knew a lot about bugs. I could just ask them questions about bugs, Someone who knows about pumps, get a pump expert. Interesting topics just come up. Yeah, I see what you mean. You can't force it. Well, you can. That's what an interview is, but. Not bad. I don't know how it works with perspective. It'd be okay. I think the pump itself I can be fairly lenient with, and then really it just comes down to the box. I just need to tighten that corner a bit, but otherwise it should be okay. And I guess, yeah, the pump comes, because I could do it a different angle. Oh, I did do it on a separate line. But no, I think having the pump at the back is going to be fine. Just don't need to overcomplicate it. We'll figure out the colours in a minute. But yeah, Stephen Graham, what an actor. What a great actor. It's going to be one of these things that I've got a funny brush. Might make hard. Ooh. What's it doing? It's kind of doing a funny... Do they all do that? It's going to look at pumps. So it kind of goes in and then where you'd put your hand. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. It's kind of like that. I'd probably go higher because we have the actual... Yeah, I'm a millennial. I'm bad at reaching out to people. I found out I had to call a dentist to get a dental appointment. So, I guess I'll just never have. I'll just have my teeth fall out. Philomena Kunk. True. I could get her on. What's a huge step? I haven't called them yet, so I haven't taken the step. Oh no! Animated hard? Where's me? Timeout. Bam! Wow, it was one click. Did it work? I feel like usually there was a whole questionnaire that came with it. It's different every time. You know, I don't mind. I figured this out. Like, I don't mind calling people. I just don't like. I don't like getting a sense of inconveniencing people. Like it wouldn't bother me at all if every time I had to call someone, I didn't call them. I put in a request to be called, and then they called me when they're ready. Like that wouldn't bother, and then I'd have a phone call. Who, the dentists? I'm worried as well. They're going to be like, because it's all there's no NHS dentists, so I'm worried they're going to be like, oh yeah, you need platinum teeth. It's the latest thing, platinum teeth, and they'll like convince me. If you don't, your teeth are going to fall out. I'll be like, oh no, oh no. I better get that then. They're like, yeah, it's 100 grand. Here's how you finance it. First, we take your kidneys. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Then you go for a second opinion. I just need to go to the dentist, I think. It's the gist. Where's the pump? Where's this? What if they're all in cahoots? The dentist cabal. Something's wrong with my pump. It's not tall enough, I think. But there was a chap on TikTok who just says he swills his mouth around with corn tea, and he hasn't been to the dentist in years. So maybe I'll just do that. Sounds cheaper. Don't know what corn tea tastes like, but how bad could it be? Sounds like a terrible idea. I think I'm getting the impression Victoria is pro dentistry. I'm figuring that out. Figuring out her ideology. But this is a no. We're all pro. We're pro dentists here. But no, my town, my city, is famous for having absolutely no dentists. Root canals aren't fun. How do I know if I need a root canal? Am I too far gone? Or will I know? But maybe it sounds fun. What's that video? David after dentist. That could be me. That could be hallucinating. Getting wisdom. That's the other thing. Yeah, I think my wisdom teeth are like definitely a lot more. You know, they've come and said hello since I last went to the dentist, so they might have opinions. But they're not doing any harm, they're just hanging out. There's some crazy stat on wisdom teeth. Wisdom. Wisdom teeth. Oh! There's some crazy stat. Sorry, look away if you don't like pictures of mouths. It's something like 30. What? Oh, I can't type. What percent of wisdom teeth are impacted? Up to 29%. I just feel like could we not have done a better job at evolving? Was this just the inbuilt time bomb? Because back in the day, I guess you would have just lived with, you know, post 30 years of age, it would have been game over. Just seems crazy. 30%. And yeah, and we've got 4 of them. Or you might do. So let's do the math. I don't know what it would be. Some people regrown wisdom teeth. Really? I didn't know you could do that. I assumed it was one and done. Insane to think about. 30%. Yeah, I don't know with my wisdom teeth what they're actually accomplishing. I feel like they're too, you know, they're all the way at the back of the room. They're not putting the work in. They're like, you know, when 4 people have to move a table and then someone just kind of hangs back. I don't know why. Don't know why we've evolved them. Especially, it's so strange that you just get to a certain age and then your body's like, time for 4 more teeth. Did old Neanderthals eat more nuts when they got older or something? I'm sure there's theories. Some people don't have them, others just grow too. Just so strange. Don't know why I'm searching wisdom. Wisdom tooth. Function. Is that what we want? Function. Ooh, I'll scroll past that. Anthropologists believe human and primate wisdom teeth may help with chewing tougher foods. After the advent of agriculture over 10,000 years ago, and especially with the Industrial Revolution in recent centuries, interesting, soft human diets became more common. But why? Why at this age? I think that's the thing that gets me. I understand that argument. But why not when you're 18 or something? Yeah, I don't know. Is this? I guess this is a hinge. I'm not sure. Or is it just decorative? Do I need more pictures? Oh. Yeah, does the whole thing hinge on these 2 points? Does this move? I'm not sure. I think if I YouTube old water pump. Oh, is it gonna be? Ah, just cropped it. Oh, come on. Got the shaky cam. So this is gonna. Oh, that's gonna go. No, why is it out of frame? Yeah, so this goes in. So they're both hinging. These 4 pixels. Hey, there's a lot going on. 61,000 views. Yes, that answers my question. It's hinging on both points. Where's my tab? So, and then I just wish I had a slightly better. Oh, how are we doing for time? 10 minutes. Slightly better resolution image. I mean, this might be if I go to the source. Sometimes. No. Learn more. No. Don't know. I still, to this day, don't really understand how Pinterest works. But it's essentially a thing coming out of the main body, coming up, and then it's got a pivot point. Okay. So it's coming out the main body. We can invent this. I think if I adjust the colors a little bit. I can make this slightly lighter. Smaller, maybe? Stouter? Yeah. So there's going to be a hole here. And then... So... Oh, I just need a colour that's something in between. Oh, not that. Get myself confused now. Trouble is that this top section, I need to remove this like that, and then plant that on the top layer like that. Could just be simple, really. Maybe I'll just keep it simple. But yes, it's going to need to meet the center point, I think. Can't quite figure out why that's not right. Because this should be here, really. Yeah. Cool. So pumped for this pump. Oh, and this looks better. Looking at this now, making the top slightly brighter. Oh, and this has it going all the way down as well. I did make it shorter, so I could probably just, yeah, do that. That helps as well with lining everything up. Okay. Start some shading, and then it'll be time for a quick break. And I always just need to think, where's the light coming from? Do I have the... This needs to be up here. Made that too long. Whoop. Okay. Oh, I'll start with a sort of a general shading. Always contribute to the shape of the object. Yeah, and I have a slight, if I bring that down here, it's maybe getting darker than I intended, but that's okay. Shape of the object. Not bad, A. Not bad, A. I don't know how dark I want that dark to be. But let's quickly do this one. Yeah, it might be worth just lightening up the whole thing. The nozzle's a slightly more complex shape. Yeah, it might be worth doing something like that. Then setting that back behind it. Maybe. How are we doing on time? 3 minutes. Okay. I like to round my curving. I think it's like a subtle way to make everything look friendlier. To an extent anyway. Like here it forms a corner. But like here it's just rounded out I think that's kind of almost the defining defining feature of the gun path style, I think. But anyway, right, I'm gonna grab a quick glass of water. I'm gonna run ads. Feel free to mute, do what you want to do. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right, cheers, guys. In a minute. Welcome back. It's nice having the sun stay out the whole time, keeping my lighting consistent. I need to, it's coming up to the company's tax year end, and I need to decide if there's any expenses. but I can't think of any, so I might just have to leave it. But I was looking at the new Wacom. I think they just announced these recently. Because my tablet... My tablet is like 15 years old. And they're starting to not support drivers for it, which is annoying, because there's kind of nothing wrong with it. But these are so expensive. I don't know if I need a little noodly noodle dial at the top. I don't know. And I think Wacom got into trouble. They were using AI, like this in the background was AI, which just seems strange. Given that you're, I don't know, why would you? Am I looking for a tablet? I'm not really, but I'm just sort of, I don't know, just trying to think. There's nothing really wrong with mine. It's just getting old, you know. I don't want to be wasteful, but at the same time, now's the time if I decide to. But I've used Wacom my whole life, but you know, I'm not wedded to the brand. I don't know if they get any better. I just know Wacom is well supported on across operating systems. But then, yeah, because what's the other one? XP Pen? These just seem kind of cheap. I feel like I just want something in the middle, something that's just well built. And then apparently they used AI as well, but then they said sorry. There was one that was like, could be green. And I was like, ooh, green. Was it this one? Yeah. But then these side-to-side ones don't work too well if you're left-handed, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm warming to the darker colour though. I think I've just gotten used to the. It's good to have the break to step back from it. Just a little bit of shading, not too much. Round it out. Some kind of rivets as well would be nice, I think. This could be longer, actually. Get the wee hole. I think this is gonna pop off once I add some highlights. Like in the It's okay actually, I'm not sure. Maybe it's okay. The nozzle. Brick's looking a little bit neglected now. Add some shading to the... I'm not sure what you would call it. I guess it's the thing that does the pump. It's the important bit. I'll save you guys from my googling of anatomy of a pump. But you can feel free in your own time. In fact, I encourage it. There was a brief time it was cool to know the anatomy of a spoon, the different parts of a spoon, but I think we all got over that. It was like when aglets were cool for a brief time. Ooh, and then this, this should come up like that. I think. There's a lot of nice antique water pumps for sale. How much are they going for? I'm guessing it's collection only. I'm guessing it's difficult to ship a water pump, but I could be wrong. It would look a bit silly in our garden because there's no ground. 58, really? Is that legit? Or is that just a... They've made it look old? Maybe it's just one of these things people can't get rid of. Does not say currency, it just says 58. 58 monies, you know? Just as long as there's 58. Then you're good by me. Spent too long looking at currency exchange the last few days. 44 quid. But I'm guessing, yeah, it's collection only. Must be. Must be. They look brand new. Oh, really? Nah, I wouldn't trust that. It's probably made of chrome or something. Instantly rust and crumble. One rainy day. Surely. Where are you looking? It's a bump. This is what we need. It's clearly not what you were looking at. Like this? Cast iron? 58 quid? Oh, I thought they were wearing, like, I don't know, fancy gloves, but to be fair, it's like a... But yeah, cast iron's not expensive, so that kind of adds. Kind of tracks. 150 quid. There you go, was that with delivery as well? 58 quid and free delivery in 2 to 3 days. Sent via Discord. I don't know why I'm looking at this, but thank you. I've got to... Oh! What? I swear that's what you shared. Domain not valid.com? What? I've never seen that in my life. Well, I tried that as well. That's rude. How strange. Do I need a VPN or something? Am I in the wrong region? What is this website? It does not want me to go on this website from the UK. How funny. Sorry about that. I just can't believe I've never seen that it redirects you to domain not valid.com. That's really funny. Oops. No one look at those tabs. Feature spoilers. But yeah, I want to get vintage waffle iron. That's what. I'm not sure what the word is. Vintage, like Nordic waffle iron? No. Oh yeah, yeah, something like this. But you can get all kinds of patterns. I feel like they should make a waffle. I want to see the waffle. I want proof of concept. But yeah, I kind of bought one and it wasn't that great. And I think it was cast aluminium. Ooh, EBA. Vintage. The bison vodka. Vintage waffle iron. Let's have a look at this one. 70 quid. No, you see, I want the pattern. I feel like it'd be a nice thing because I like making waffles. Oh, there used to be loads a few years ago. I haven't looked in a while though. They've all been bought up. I mean, this is quite nice. It's quite a lot with delivery, but the square. I want to see the waffle though. I don't think I've ever seen a waffle that looks like that. Ah, there's so fewer decorative ones. Maybe I missed the boom. This is really expensive. Ah, but it's just a waffle iron. What's the perfect recipe for waffles? I don't know about the perfect recipe. I can tell you what my recipe was, which was always basically 2 of it. I remember just basically being 2 of everything. So 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of milk, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I think the only thing that was 1 tablespoon of melted butter. But the trick is essentially that you're the thing that separates a waffle from a, well, depending on how you make your pancakes, but is where you whisk up the egg whites and then fold in the egg whites. I don't know if it's the perfect recipe though. I'm sure it could be improved upon. But yeah, I used to make waffles most weekends as a kid. It was like, I still make pancakes quite often, but we just don't have a waffle iron here. And I think I prefer, I found a good recipe for like fluffy American Scotch style pancakes. So I just make those really. So I just got your image, Victoria. Here we go. This looks like a very questionable website. It's my number one. My instant analysis is that I would not buy from here. Slightly suspicious that they're all exactly 40. I guess they're all $58. I'm not sure. Is the website called Super Sale? I don't know why that's the header. Labor saving handle. Maybe that's what we're missing on our design. But yeah, I think the trick to a good waffle, I think what you want is it's got to be crispy, right? It's got to be fried a little bit. It's got to fry in the oil. I think you want that soft inside. I'll do a little bit more detailing when it comes to it, but I think it'll be okay at a distance. Rachel told me something recently, or pointed out something that I just thought suddenly made so much sense, because I know it's wrong to obviously assess your value by likes on social media, whatever. But I was curious why certain posts got more likes than others. Because I'd be posting things like water pumps and they wouldn't get any likes. And Rachel pointed out the stuff that does well is stuff that you can, it's lifestyle. It's always something you aspire to. So just a water pump wouldn't suffice. You have to imply that the water pump could be something in your garden. So maybe in situ. And that's when people engage. And I think now that I've started seeing things through that lens, I think it makes a lot of sense. And why people don't really want to just see me post old brick walls and stopwatches and things. Because it's got to be something, it's got to be put in context of something that you want to own or you associate with on like an identity level. Like you identify with, like the pocket watch might be something you find in your bag, for instance. I identify as someone who might own that pocket watch. You have to imply that. Which I'm not sure I'm good at or interested in doing, but I think there's some logic to that. Because I've been posting just this gets a lot of likes, just this scene here. And I was going to post just the workbench, but I think that doesn't give you enough context. That makes you just think. It's also kind of, I put it on a background and it just looked like a load of wood. Sounds like a lot of work. But then this is the thing, I think a lot of people who do quite well with art and stuff on social media is because they're drawing things. And this is why I've had this epiphany now, because they'll be drawing similar things to me, but it will be like, it won't just be a flower. It'll be like a drawing of a book of flowers, and it'll sort of imply the hobby. It'll be something I identify as, I want to draw flowers, someone that draws flowers. Like there's context, you give someone context. It's not just enough to post like I was doing, just some flowers. And yeah, and I think I'm just not, maybe I'm just screwed because I don't want to, I'm not sure I can be bothered with any of it. But because I think that's ultimately why do people go on social media? What makes you like a post? I mean, I'll like some art because it looks good, right? But otherwise, I think most people want to like something. The action of liking it reaffirms their identity. Why is that not doing anything? Am I going crazy? Is this? There we go. I remember seeing some study about like this, the psychology of social media, and apparently the only group that they found where social media was a net positive was artists, because they could just see other art, feel inspired, compliment each other. and then I think everything else was a net negative. So I think I need to find more more artists on Blue Sky that are just doing kind of work that I enjoy. Because I've got this weird thing on Blue Sky where I've got more followers than I've ever had, but it was all through starter packs. So nobody actually knows. None of my followers know who I am, which is just a strange dynamic to be working with. So I've kind of got, like back on the old Twitter, back in the old days, it was something, I built, I actually put the effort in, and now I'm kind of resting on my laurels. So I want to start networking with more artists, I think. I remember when I was just getting started with freelancing and everything, I set aside 10 minutes a day where I would just network on, well, back then it was Twitter. And it's just one of those things where if you just put the work in, if you just do 10 minutes every day, you don't, not every day you see something, but you slowly build up that network and people that want to support you and people that you want to support and stuff like that, which I've kind of let go. But I know it's tricky when everyone was moving over platforms and everything, and with Twitter becoming X and whatnot. I don't want this top bit to be the same color. I don't know if it's enough to just... That's okay, I think. We'll get some lighter colours for some of the bricks. A bit lighter than that. Not that dark. Hi, Elaine. How's it going? Welcome in. I hope you're a fan. Old water pumps. I think bricks are some of my favourite things to draw. I think once you get the sort of medley of colours down right. On Cat's stream there was a talk of Blue Sky wasn't really working to engage because your posts did not come to the right people. Oh really? Maybe I'll try and see if I can find her talking about that. Oh, what are you having for dinner, Lone? I could do with a little dinner right now, I think. DMs in Blue Sky tricky? How come? What makes them tricky? Just because it's not really designed for it? Udon. I'm jealous. I went on a run earlier today and now I'm getting the post-run hungers. What is L? I'm gonna show my terrible... Oh, that's funny, it even links me to... Don't know how to translate it. Is it this? Oh, it's a type of garlic. Interesting. In the UK, we just have garlic. You go to the... we call it wild garlic. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, wow, that sounds great. Tofu and spinach. How have you done the garlic? Oh, I'm getting hungry. always get hungry about this time of the stream. Yeah, I think wild garlic is an analog description. I think that's right. How do I want to do this? Oh, Rachel's been doing this amazing meal where you do. It's so easy. It's like cherry tomatoes, white kidney beans, which are the same as cannellini beans, I think, which we learnt. Basil, and then you just dump. I've forgotten what it's called. It's like mozzarella, but not mozzarella with soft center. It's like a burrata, which you can get for a couple quid. Bufala, maybe that's the word. It might be similar though. Ah, that's the type of cow. Oh, no worries. Yeah. Oh, and it's so good. It's so good because well, first of all, it's like loads of beans, so it's like it's filling. Um, but then as you're eating it, the burrata like forms an emulsion, like sort of it thickens up the sauce created by the tomatoes. It makes it creamy. Really good, easy. Oh yeah, Maybe you're not. What could you do instead of the burrata? I'm not sure. I'm sure you could do something. Maybe not. Maybe maybe it relies on the burrata. Yeah, really good, and it's vegetarian as well. So, um, always looking for veggie meals. Oh, thank you. Happy to finally be able to watch the stream. What's if I can ask, just because I'm trying to gauge it. Has anything prevented you in the past? I'm trying to figure out the best time to stream, but it's okay if it's just life. Maybe it's just life. I realise as well with British summertime throws everyone off the clocks a bit. I'm not sure when everyone eventually lines up with summertime stuff. Just timing? Yeah, no worries. Let's see if I can add these rivets here. I don't know if it'll be enough. Maybe just subtle is better, I'm not sure. It could be on the other side, maybe. I don't want it to look like a sort of a weird Frankenstein stitch. I think that's gonna always my worry. No, I prefer them on the inside, I think. Oh, I was going to do some more brickwork stuff. Drop that in there, darken these. I could go with a darker colour as well and just start going deeper with the shading to this layer. Oh. I'm trying to think how. I might want to just do the whole thing. Let me see. like so. Yeah, probably. And then we can go even darker than that. Even start using that colour to start adding a bit of depth to the brick. Be good to kind of weather the brick as well a bit. I don't know if I need like I don't know, some moss or something. This might be too dark. Oh, but now I can. I just don't know how I feel about this. Where is it? This one here. Maybe I go a shade darker. Some ivy, yeah. Wait, did I 100% hide it? Oh no, that's okay. Let's keep it at that, and then I can even cut into it for some highlights. Oh, thanks for tuning in, Lone. Hope you, I don't know if you finished your meal, but I hope it was good, and have a nice evening. You bet. Got me thinking about food. Can't complain. If there was some weathering on the ones we were looking at earlier. Ooh, just closed the tab. I hope that's not the one we wanted. But then, yeah, most of them weren't brick. I just wanted to go down that route. I mean, we could do some moss pretty easily. I've been doing moss on something else recently. The trick is to get something a lot darker and a lot more grey than you anticipating. Well, maybe, okay, I've overdone it there. Overshot. And then it's just a case of blending it in. But moss is good on brickwork stuff because you can use it to, again, it's all about suggesting shape. Get it to sort of grow into the corners and things. Like that. Does help, doesn't it? Give it the vibe. It's gotta be loose hand. Yeah, maybe just some like, this could be cute if I do just like... Oh, can't see those at all. What am I thinking? Lighter? Don't know how much to suggest. And maybe one coming over the top. They're a little bit too lurid. I don't know if going full dark on them is the move though. Something like that for now. I think they're good contrast against the darker moss. That helps as well actually with the other side. I think I don't need to go into as much trouble over the individual bricks. And then just highlighting it. Just bring up the colour on that. Yeah, nice. Okay. I want to just do a little bit of rendering on the bricks themselves. I might be able to take this layer. Just start something like that. I tend to do these kind of spots with stone rendering. Don't want to overdo it though. Maybe no rivets. I mean, yeah, we could totally add moss to the pipe. We could just add moss to everything. Sweet, sweet moss. Might need to be a different colour though. Darker, lighter? Ooh. Bluer? Something like that. Just needs a little more work. colour. That's not the colour. Is that the colour? Darker, maybe? Just want it subtle. I've not added the highlights yet. I'm wondering if I'm feeling like a baller, I'll do the highlights all on one layer. I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling this pump. It's got me pumped. I was lying earlier, I'm not chill at all. That's my secret. I'm always pumped. Oh, I could definitely do a better colour than that. Something like that. So the trouble when you do it all in one layer is that you're kind of locking in. If you move anything, it all falls out of place. But sometimes you just gotta go big. I'm slightly regretting this. I do need to do as well as like, oh, this is gonna look good if I do like some slight. Not as good as I thought it was going to be, but oh, actually, if I add a little bit of colour there, got to meet your darks with lights. That's what you've got to do. I just made that up. I don't know if it's true. Well, folks, Tuesday. I think tomorrow's Wednesday, so got that to look forward to. Then it's Thursday, which is just one day away from it being a day till the weekend. But I think it's going to be a good. I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening this weekend. Got The Last of Us. That's this weekend, right? Was I talking about that last stream? We were talking about PlayStations and things, weren't we? So that'll be good. We did? Cool. I've seen some other streamers have like a text to speak type thing. I wonder if I could do that. Get a full transcript of everything I ever said. And then whenever I'm like, did I say that on stream? I can just control F the whole lot. For a perfect record. Pump, pump, pump. I might even make this a little darker. I'm feeling. I'm locking it in. Look at that. That's the one. All about contrast. Oh, it's the right layer and everything. Look, watch this. Gorgeous. Okay. Well, I think we've done a pretty good job there. I think the moss might be okay actually. I just want to noodle around with this a bit more. Should I even do it now, maybe? Didn't really help. this. That's not too bad. And then maybe... Oh, is this... No. Oh. Okay, we'll leave that then. Maybe... Might have to do. Again, it's gonna be small. And I'll do a full... Maybe I'll do that quick just before we go. Again, I'll probably do it all on one layer. What was that? That was quite good on the table that we did. What's that called? Luminosity / shine. SIA. SAI, sorry. Never heard of that one before. I don't know if Krita just add new blend modes sometimes to get me excited. But it's working. Is it this? Do something like that. Nah, I've got to be more careful. Looking forward to having your heart broken. I still don't... Well, I do know what happens, but I don't know what happens. So I'm excited to experience it for the first time. Maybe? Might have to come back to this one. And the trouble is, if you don't know the shape, then your shading can't suggest the shape. So I don't really know what I've done here. I think I've kind of made a rivet, but then sort of not committed to it. But hey, it's looking all right. Hey, that's not bad for a couple hours. Couple hours work. And yeah, I like the little shade them going forward. The little ivy, that was a good suggestion. Just tilt it a little bit. Add it to the collection. So yeah, I think I'll do a wheel next time. But I might resist the urge to put it up against the pump. I'll have it as a separate object that folks can do what they want with. And yeah, if anyone has any other ideas for objects, let me know. It's annoying me slightly, the colour here. But yeah, otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. May or may not stream on Thursday, I'm not sure. I might try a different time just because Thursday evenings are becoming a little funny for me, so... Oh, come on, I can find a yellow. Maybe I need to double saturate. Oh, it could be because it needs to be brighter. But if not, I can just, if nobody has any ideas, we can continue on our Pinterest journey. Just what I tend to do anyway. Yeah, looking good. Sounds like a plan. Alright guys, if you're not following, feel free to follow, but it's good either way. And otherwise, next stream, I'll post on my Blue Sky or Mastodon, which I think are linked in the thingy. Otherwise, I'll post on the Discord. But otherwise, thanks for joining me. It's been a fun little couple hours. Stay fresh, stay clean, stay cool, stay kind. Have a good evening, afternoon, night, morning, wherever you might be. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Okay, take care, guys. See you then.